Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone on to Bitcoin. Big of the CoinsKid crew. So I did make a post a few weeks ago in the Discord, and this is why I do keep saying to you, get your ass in the Discord, okay? Because it's easier, especially whilst I'm traveling and doing things with the family. I do make a lot of posts in the Discord, as well as myself. There's other traders that post in there, some great analysts. So get yourself in there and take advantage of all that content. I did make this post on the 6th of June in the morning right there. Currently 21% up from the ABC buy zone for Bitcoin. Could you handle a correction here? Personally, I would like to see one. Shake out all the weekends at this point. Pull back target orange line if we do see a rollover in the crypto market. So we did get a rollover. We came down to my target zone, bounced because the God candle just there. And right now we're falling through this and we're tracing even greater. So I'm going to look at some levels with you today. But there's a couple of clues in a couple of the charts that I've shown you for many years right now. Why I do think we are still in this bull market and we're simply going through a correction, looking for the final leg here for Bitcoin. Okay, so let me dive in right now and show you what I'm looking at. So looking at Bitcoin, then on the 6th of June, I did make the post in the Discord right at that point just there. We got rejected off the lifeline and then boom, we've been coming down ever since right into the buy zone, the sweet spot. It was an 11% discount for Bitcoin. Look at that, around about 11%, beautiful, okay? Right into the sweet spot. So a lot of people are like, why are you looking at target and things like that? Really, really simple, and I've relayed this to you many times before. Call it the God candle back test. We've got this resistance point just there, resistance point just there. We busted a move about back to that support, and that's simply what we've done. We've had this potential impulsive move up, this corrective move back down, and right now we're looking at another explosive move here for Bitcoin. So the bullish scenario is the fact that, you know, I'm looking at that being the completion of the correction. We began the correction in early March. We've got this overlapping corrective price structure, which I think that's an A, a B, and we've got some kind of complex C wave that come down in 5 waves. The 1 overlapping 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, got an overlapping zigzaggy waves, okay, corrective price structure. From that point now, we've had a 1, potential 2, into a 3, into a 4, into a final 5th wave. And right now we've got possibly some kind of micro wave 2, overlapping corrective waves, flagging structure, which is coming back to support. Everyone's getting really, really scared and bearish. But all we're doing is we're tracing to this point here, okay? And then eventually turn around, and then we get the explosive third wave here for Bitcoin, which takes out that resistance point just there in an explosive third wave, because this is typically what we see, and I've taught you this, okay? In third waves, this is what you always see. The break of key resistance comes in the third wave. For example, if we move to the left, key resistance just there, we've got the 1 into the 2, the third wave took out key resistance, and this is what I'm looking at right now. Potential macro move is a 1 into a 2 into an explosive third wave here that takes out the all-time high in a vertical for Bitcoin. So there's no bias. Obviously, if we start to retrace deeper than from which we've come, I'm completely wrong, okay? And at that point, my count is invalidated, and I'll be looking to load back up at 48602. But at the moment, I think that's a little bit of opium, because what we do have here is overlapping corrective flagging structure, some kind of channel that's coming back like this for Bitcoin, okay? Back to support. So what I'm looking at over the next few days is a bullish divergence to build up on the 4-hourly time frame. I don't necessarily see it just yet, and that will increase the probability of reversal here for Bitcoin, okay? And at which point I'll relay that to the CoinsKid crew and we'll go long. So I've added to my spot bags onto this back test of support, always do on the God candle back test, but I'm looking to load a long, not at the minute, but soon, if I start to see more confluence in this chart and equally in another chart. So why do I remain bullish on Bitcoin, although it's having this correction and coming back down? Why do I remain bullish? Because I think there's clues in other charts. Let me show you the 2 charts right now, which is why I did think we would see an all-time high for Bitcoin, and why I do think the next leg up is absolutely vertical here for Bitcoin. Let me show you, okay? So the first chart is the S&P 500. We've been looking at this for a very long time. I think we're in the blow-off top phase for the S&P 500. Now you can clearly see, look how it's conforming to the fibs here, the 1.272. And then in recent times, I said to you, I think we're looking for rejection at the 1.414, basically, before the final leg up to the 1.618, which is your blow off top. That's a minimal target. Now, once we see the S&P 500 at that point there, I do think we've got an increased risk of a bear market in the S&P 500, and obviously risk as well. So we're keeping an eye on that in time, okay? But I think that's a technical target that we're looking at. I've been looking at for a very long time with you. Once we broke out this resistance point here, got a beautiful flat correction wave 2, and we've been looking incredibly bullish ever since. We did get a buy and go to the beat signal way back in May of last year on this particular chart that I equally relayed to you, which was a key indicator and a key warning shot to the perma bears that we would see an all-time high here, data not emotion. So what we've got is a break of the all-time high here. Right now it's an impulsive move, potentially wave 3, look at that, and then we're looking at 4 into a final 5th wave here. Okay, beautiful little move for the S&P 500, but again, this will be a blow off top, and I think we've got a big bear market to follow. So we'll keep an eye on this, but at the moment, I think this is confidence. All of this price structure that we've got for the S&P 500 is confidence of the fact that we will see Bitcoin catch up, and I've gone through this with you, okay? So there's another chart that I'm looking at, which is equally confidence to my analysis that we are in the sort of final stage here for Bitcoin. Let me show you right now, okay? So diving into the DXY then, at the moment I think the DXY gives us clues. We've been able to ride the waves with the DXY so beautifully for many years right now that, it's untrue, and I've been relaying this message to you for a very long time. So this is part of my analysis. If I drop a horizontal line on this pivot high just there, okay, this level here, when we tag this level here, and equally lost a parabolic growth curve as well as a 20-week EMA, this is something I relay to you. Look at this, holding it, boom, 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 broke down, see you later. As this was coming down the stairs, I said to you, I think Bitcoin's going to go vertical, and we're going to see all-time highs in the Bitcoin, price action right there, and S&P 500 and major stock indexes right there, and we have, done incredibly well. So I think there's still leg room here for this to have, more of a correction, basically, some kind of A, some kind of B, and some kind of C wave drop. Now, if we get this is your vertical in risk, okay, where we do continue, and we get the blow off top in Bitcoin, especially. So possibly here, again, like the summer just there, we've got this double top drop scenario, possibly a double top drop scenario. So if we do start to drop here, again, you will start to see Bitcoin going the other direction. But that's in the short term. But the big macro move here is really, really simple. It's the same thing I was looking at with the S&P 500. If we go from the pivot low to the pivot high, we tagged this 1.618 like an absolute boss way back there. I think it was around about October 2022, wasn't it? On the way up, we've got the 1.272 rejection, just like we've got on the S&P 500. We've got the 1414 rejection, just like we've got on the S&P 500, before eventually getting to the 1.618, before the big sort of bear market in this index right here, okay? So again, this is what I'm looking at for the S&P 500. You blow off top, your bear market for the S&P 500. And obviously with that, I would expect Bitcoin to go down as well. So we've not quite tagged the 1.618 yet for the S&P 500, but if we do, I think that increases the probability of a bear market right there, okay? But we'll keep an eye on that going forward. So again, the S&P 500, I do think is caught in a correction basically, and if you take a look at this, we've lost this support just there, back test resistance, making a lower high. So if we start to roll here, this is an ABC correction or whatever, we're coming down the stairs. This next leg is the fuel basically for Bitcoin. Really, really simple, just like it was last summer. We've got the rising channel. Look at, everyone was stupidly bearish on Bitcoin at that point. I remember we got this beautiful bearish rising channel for the DXY, and I said to you, this is just adding fuel to the fire, that once this starts to break down, we will see Bitcoin going opposite direction. And it's the same message that I'm relaying to you right now. We've basically got a rising channel here, boom, 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 broke down, back to this resistance, making a lower high. If we start to drop, you'll be looking at a vertical in the Bitcoin chart. Really, really simple. So keep an eye out for the Bitcoin long that I'll post as and when I see it, with confluence of many other factors that I'll show in the Discord, okay? Thank you for support. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that content. If you do like the content, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Bye-bye.